Hello and welcome back to OK Mama by Mags. I would like to thank my 34 subscribers for subscribing, liking, and sharing my videos. Sana more. But yeah, I'm very happy that I actually have 34 subscribers and I just started this vlog in November 2020. Yeah, out of boredom mostly, but also because I just felt like starting my own channel. So this channel is called OK Mama by Max. I also have an Instagram account by the same name, so please do follow us there. And I also have a Facebook page which goes by the same name, OK Mama by Max. So please do follow my accounts on Facebook and Instagram. So today, this is a little stripped down version of what I usually do because I started with having a lot of shot footage of talking heads and edited them before uploading it on YouTube. But this time, because medyo I'm getting overwhelmed with the demands of having to edit it. So yeah, parang I just wanted to stay on the course by having regular content available online. So the quality part, I'll have to study how to make it efficient for me. So today I'm going to share how to have an unsuccessful YouTube channel, and this is based on the struggles that I'm facing right now. So let's go. The first one is not getting started right away. So I am a millennial mom. And as a millennial, I know that I have tools in my disposal. Like I know how to edit, basic editing is okay. I have a laptop with a camera, which is basically what Michelle Fan had when she started out as a YouTuber, and a work issued laptop. She started with that and she became really successful with it. That's the thing. Parang sometimes you kind of tend to take for granted the things that you have already in front of you. And you just keep ignoring it until the day comes when you realize parang, ay wow, sana pala nag-start na ako dati pa lang. Which is exactly how I feel right now because I used to have a blog. I used to run it, and it's just so random. It's just all about my feelings when I was in college and the parties that I go to and the things that we do as kids. And it used to be really fun until I realized that I was actually publishing these things on a public domain, which is accessible to a lot of people, which means that, medyo may privacy issues ako doon, so I had to take it down. And then for a long time, I just really focused on work and, just getting things done, getting my ducks in a row. And then I never really documented them again until, well, no, actually, I have been. Sorry, correction. I have been documenting my life on Facebook. So when I lost that vlog, no, I never really lost it. I just changed the settings so it's now in private. But I don't really write as much anymore. When I was a kid, I was really diligent when it came to putting up content online, and then I would get this many followers right away. Like my Facebook account has about 1,000 plus friends, but not all of them are personal contacts. Some of them I just knew from friends of friends, and I haven't really met some of them in person. So yeah, and I really felt that I had the momentum then. It's just that I didn't start. I didn't really start like putting out quality content that was worth following, and my content really didn't have a singular topic, so I didn't have a niche. So I just feel that there's a lot of missed opportunity there. The second thing that I kind of struggle with is caring too much about what other people will say. And I've said this in one of the videos that I edited. I said that, minsan nakakahiya to put content out there because people might think, especially at work, you might get judged that, wow, and pa palang free time to work on side stuff. Everyone's online now. Everyone has access to social media, and you're there. The people you work with are there, and the content you put out are also there. So yeah, sometimes I do care about what other people will say, and I think for me to actually move forward, I have to care less about how they see me, and I just be a little less self-conscious because in reality, and this is something I learned because I started listening to Gary Vaynerchuk, his podcasts and his videos on YouTube, and he's been saying that people are actually busy focusing on themselves and being too self conscious that there's a big chance that what you're doing isn't really that visible to them. You know what I mean? It's because they might not actually notice what you're doing. So, all that energy being put into being careful about what you're saying, or all that energy that you're spending trying to stop yourself from doing the things that you actually want to do, is really worthless. Maybe we should all stop thinking too much about what other people will say. And a good example of this one would be Ellen Adarna. As a public personality, is really quite unique. But if you look at her feed, she has this very unique perspective of not giving a fuck about what other people are thinking. And I love that about her because, no brand could ever tell you na you should only act like this, you should only date these people. Well, she's actually living the kind of life that everyone would probably want to live. Okay, so yeah, and caring too much about what other people will say. So don't, because it's a waste of time. Also, having difficulty figuring out what to talk about. That's the third one. I'm having difficulty figuring out what to talk about. So I've been struggling about this, but like I wanted to have a podcast, but I didn't really know what what topics to cover. And I realized, why not keep it simple? I mean, what are you? What are you doing right now? What are the things that you like? Wouldn't it be nice to actually spend more time talking about the things that you like than thinking and talking about things that you don't? So yeah, what are the things that you're passionate about? Like if you're into action figures, if you want to talk about action figures, then maybe that's what you should put out. That's the kind of content that you're supposed to put out. And I'm sure that if you talk about one topic very consistently, and yes, consistency is key, my God, as in my brother's really good. I'll tell you what he does. And it's funny because I don't think he considers that he is kind of an influencer in that kind of circle. So his account is called Moroa Wolf. Sorry, I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but he watches a lot of anime and he loves Gundam. He loves collecting them, taking pictures of them, designing them, painting them. And if you look at his Instagram account, it's very, very curated. Like, wow, I wish I could have that kind of curated content on my Instagram. And I really enjoy that. It comes so naturally to him that he's just putting out content that he actually likes. He just posts photos of his Gundam, and he gets invited in lives to talk about how he did certain things, like with leather, how he put holes into them, because he also cosplays, by the way. So sometimes he gets invited to talk about those things, and to him it's just so natural to him. And this is coming from a guy who's like very introverted and he doesn't like mingling with people. And he just, but when he talks about the things that he loves, it's just wonderful and interesting and very, very engaging. So I think for for me to apply that on my life, the first thing that I have to figure out is what I really like. Yan. Ano bang gusto ko? Anong gusto mo? Yun yung pag-usapan natin, yung gusto ko. Y- and right now, what I really wanted to talk about is where I am in my life right now. So that's where I am in my life right now, like as a mom, as a wife, as someone who is working, who is constantly working. And the reason why I chose the working mom type of vlog is because I feel like in my 20s, I have been defined by, I wouldn't say I have been defined by my career, but more like it's because I spent a lot of time working on my career. I can honestly say that I'm really proud of it because I feel like it's one of the few things that I really chose for myself. But my heart really was with advertising because it's very interesting, and I think it's the closest thing to art. I really wanted to pursue art as a kid, but you know how we are in the Philippines, you don't really see it that way. Like art is a hobby. It's not a career. And advertising was the closest thing to making making a career out of art. When I look back at the things that I've worked on so passionately, I'm very, very happy. Like, I feel really proud because I felt like I really built my life on my own. Well, maybe not on my own, but I really built my life the way I wanted it and not as someone else would have wanted it. And yun nga, and when you choose things for yourself, you feel more accountable and responsible for the choices that you make. Ginusto mo to, and so even if it's difficult, you don't ever get that feeling na parang, kasi si mama, pinili niya to for me eh. I never get that feeling because in the first place, I already chose this for myself. I wanted this. I wanted to excel in this field. Every time things are getting hard, I take it as an opportunity to learn talaga, and I have a pretty clear picture of where I want to take my career. So yon. So I really feel like my career is really my first love. Nakakahiya siya sabihin out loud, pero yeah, I think it's true. Kaya yon, I chose the working mom. So being a mom naman, it kind of feels like it's the most normal thing in the world for a girl to actually want to be a mom. Pero for me, I wasn't so sure because yun nga, first love ko career ko, 'di ba? So I'm not really sure how it will affect my career. So I became a mom in 2018. It is the same year that I got promoted. Like, there were a lot of blessings in 2018. I got married in 2018. I got promoted. I had my first kid in 2018. And everything just came so fast. It is overwhelming and grabe yung adjustments that went with it. So I just figured out that it's something that I could really talk about. Having gone through the things that I've gone through, I feel like there's a lot of stories there to tell. It's just a matter of putting them down in a way that the storytelling is cohesive and consistent. The fourth thing that I struggle with is not having enough energy, or sometimes I struggle with the idea na, oh my God, wala pala akong makeup. Wala akong makeup. Sabi ni mama, dapat naka-makeup ako kapag nagva-vlog kasi walang manunood sa akin kung hindi ako naka-makeup. Pero mama means well, by the way. So, and like sometimes, I struggle with the idea na, oh no, yung background ko ang gulo. So, hindi siya vlog worthy. So, yun. Parang, yeah, I struggle with that. And then, bihira yung times na I have enough energy in a day to actually produce a whole vlog. So, yun. Parang, it's so hard to balance. It's so hard to find time to actually do the things that you actually like. Pero if there's anything that should motivate anyone, it's the things that they like. So, ako gustong gusto ko talaga, gustong gusto ko mag-edit, gustong gusto ko mag-publish ng mga content. So, yan. Yan lang. As in, nasa drive lang din talaga yan. Actually, when I started the vlog, I wanted to put out content at least once a week. And back then, inisip ko kasi yan, parang birthday kaya tayo yun eh, or naka-leave ako. So, medyo malaw yung oras ko. I was thinking, parang, siguro kaya to. Once a week, meron akong content. Pero, in reality, nakakapagod ang weekdays for me kasi very stressful. Even if my job is just 8:30 to 5:30, I have to worry about it even outside office hours. Also, we have events on weekends. So, sometimes, even my weekends are spent at work. So yun, medyo ano siya, challenging talaga siya. And it's really up to you to fight for the energy, the time, and the effort to put into the things that you like. Yun talaga, yun yung masasabi ko sa'yo. So, if you're like one of those people na parang, ay, gusto ko maging blank, kung ano man yun. Pero, hindi ka makakilos towards that goal. Yun, I think make it your obsession to do something about the things that you want to pursue. Yun. It sounds like I'm pro ka about this, but in reality, that's what I tell myself. Kapag gusto mo, ipaglaban mo. There are days na hindi ko lang talaga feel. Minsan meron akong oras, pero hindi ko feel. Or hindi ako inspired, or may creative block ako. Meron din namang moments na sobrang busy ako and sobrang pagod ako, pero sobrang inspired din ako pero wala akong time mag-produce ng content. So, ang dapat kong gawin is this. Every time meron akong iniisip na idea na parang magandang content idea, I list them down in a notebook sa Opa Planner. Remember yung Opa Planner ko? Yeah. Lagay ko yung link sa baba. But yes, my Opa Planner, I put them all there. As in, lahat ng gusto ko na content. And like, if there's a certain tone that I want to pursue because it matches this type of content, yun, nilalagay ko siya sa notebook. Tapos, once I have the time and the energy, yan, that's when I'll start looking at it and then I'll go over it. Titingnan ko which ones are easy to make. Tapos yun yung uunahin ko. Because the more difficult ones parang require a lot more knowledge in terms of kunyari editing or parang may outside help akong kailangan for it to happen. That's what I have to do this year. And then, ito pang struggle ko, isa pa. I got overwhelmed with the amount of editing work that needs to be done. Like, I have this vlog that's supposed to recap 2020. And it's also supposed to say like how I plan to live my life in 2021. Pero sobrang na-overwhelmed talaga ako sa editing. I think it has something to do with the idea na sobrang personal kasi niya na every time tinatry ko alalahanin ko ano nangyari sa akin in 2020. Parang napapatigil ako. Tapos talagang parang in a way, I'm forced into reflecting into what happened in my life. It's like, when you do journals. Tapos parang talagang ang tagal ko mag-edit. Tapos ang bigat ng katawan ko when it comes to, just working on it na medyo detached. As in, para na matapos siya, ganun. Mahirap siya, as in. So, yun. Tapos parang, syempre, isipin mo, dapat maganda to. Dapat pulido yung pag-edit. But in reality, I don't really have that much time to put into editing. Kasi, a big chunk of it, kailangan ko pang aralin. So, yun. So, right now, ito yung gagawin ko. I'm going to strip it down into easier ways of getting my content out there. Anyway, hindi lang naman isa yung paraan para mag-execute ng ideas na yun. So, later on, when I get better at editing, when I actually have more help when it comes to shooting footage, I'm thinking of producing better quality content. Yon. Yun lang. Parang minsan kailangan mo lang din ng certain level of acceptance na ito lang yung kaya kong gawin right now eh. So, dito muna ako. Simple muna yung execution ko. Kasi ito lang yung kaya ng time, ng budget, ng energy mo. Yan. And then, lastly, ito, medyo struggle ko to. Medyo related to this dun sa caring too much about what other people will say. Ito naman, I struggle with people's boundaries. Kasi, syempre, I talk about working motherhood, diba? How can you talk about working motherhood if you're not showing your kids, diba? And it's a big topic right now dun sa parenting community. Para dun sa mga taong hindi pa parents. Issue din kasi yung privacy ng mga anak nila. Parang, di ba, some of us, okay, ako included, some of us actually make Instagram accounts with photos of their kids. But, ang primary use lang nun is like to share, di ba? To share with relatives, to share with your friends, na ito na yung itsura ng anak mo, etc. Pero, there's also danger in terms of privacy dun sa kids. Kasi, parang may mga nakikita ako na some of the people in YouTube are actually pedophiles and you get what I mean, right? So, yun, parang I'm not sure tuloy, parang do I share this photo or hindi na or do I edit it? Pero I kind of decided that I'll just keep taking photos and then I'll include my kid in my content. Pero up to a certain extent lang. Yun. So, parang medyo na-define ko na kung ano yung line na yun, kung hanggang saan ko lang siya share. And then eventually, when she grows up, I'll give her the option if she wants me to take down some of my content because she's in it. Okay lang sa akin. because it's her life, and she has every right to protect her boundaries. Yun. Also, aside from my toddler, also my in-laws. Because right now we live with our in-laws, diba? So, syempre, a lot of my video footage would be taken inside the house. So, yun. Sometimes I'm a bit naiilang because baka hindi rin sila comfortable din sa idea na nakikita ng mundong labas yung bahay nila. Yeah, wala kang solution dun, to be honest. Pero I just try as much as possible to post very neutral backgrounds. Like this one. This one is actually your bedroom. See? So, if you want to have an unsuccessful YouTube channel, you can start with not getting started right away, caring too much about what other people will say, not knowing what to talk about, getting overwhelmed with editing, and struggling with people's boundaries. So don't be like me. If you want to have a successful channel, don't do these things. So yeah, and I hope that you learned something new today. Thank you. Thank you so much for listening, for watching. And please don't forget to follow my channel, Okay Mama by Mags. I'm also on Instagram and Facebook. Bye. See you soon.